I've been joined by Major Mohammed Ali Shah. Sir, we have been discussing this piece of information, how China's aggression is again building up towards India. Now, sir, help our viewers understand the importance of the Tawang area.
Tawang area, the entire area, there is behind that is Tanga Valley, Kirimu, and so that area, in fact, Bamla and Yangtze, where exactly the Chinese had tried to enter, and we had detained 200 soldiers of there. It's a very difficult area. It's on a high altitude, but there's an advantage for us, for the Indian Army over there who are manning the post, because Chinese Army, they're not very hardy, they're not very battle hardy. Whereas Indian Army, we are battle hardy. So the weather keeps moving over there, and it's not a very friendly terrain to fight any battle over there, for that matter. So certainly, when Chinese Army came into India, and it was a perception, it's line of actual control. It's not a line of control like the Indo-Pakistan border, where there's a clear demarcation of the boundary. So when we often have patrol of both the armies, they come and there is standoff because there is no clear demarcation. So when they enter this area, which comes under Tawang and Bamla, Yangtze, we 200 of their soldiers. So certainly, after having military level of higher military levels of their intervention, we released them. There was no loss on both the sides. So to avoid this again in the future, our strategy needs to be worked out for that, Priyanka.
Right, Major Shah, China is talking about peace, but what actually is happening is a call for war.
You are 100% right. You know, China, they believe in the strategy of taking one step behind to show everyone, and then who is looking, they will quietly take 10 steps in front. And that is exactly, but China will not really, they will avoid any military confrontation somewhere deep down the hearts. They believe in winning wars without fighting. Their Chinese author Sun Tzu, in fact, in the book The Art of War, just like we have in The Art of War, in chapter 2, paragraph 2, line 4, he has clearly mentioned the acme of a military general is to win wars without fighting. And that's what exactly China is trying to do. Now, one more thing, if you look at it tactfully, like a soldier in a military way, when Chinese army, when they make advances, they come in tents, they come in the open, they do not come in tents or bunkers. So hence, it's true that Chinese army feels that if they start advancing towards the Indian border and they start patrolling that area, the Indian army will probably back down. But no, they are mistaken. The Indian army will not back down. They will give them a befitting reply. And if they feel they can break the enemy's resistance without fighting, they are sadly mistaken. They do not know that they have messed with the Indian army this time. In 1979, they had tried to mess with Vietnam. But the Chinese Vice Premier, he also went to USA on 1st January 1979. And he met the President, Mr. Jimmy Carter, over there. He told him that Vietnam needs to be sorted out. But on 10th March 1979, when China tried to enter Vietnam, their border guard, their paramilitary, who were manning the borders, they kept moving behind. And when they moved behind about 20 kilometers, China kept invading into Vietnam. And when the regular army of Vietnam was waiting to give a tough fight, to give a hard-hitting reply to the Chinese army, the Chinese army ran for their lives and they went back to China. So Vietnam lost initially territory, yes, so on. They reclaimed it back by those 20 kilometers and furthermore. Similarly, a strategy of positioning the BSF, the ITBP, the Assam Rifles on India's frontiers should be worked out in a very neat and a formative way, Priyanka.
Right, Major Mohammed Ali Shah and of course Major General A.K. Sivach with me on the broadcast. We were of course discussing China's aggression towards the borders. Now, of course, again talking about the Air Force. Now, it's the 89th anniversary of the Indian Air Force, which is being celebrated. Major Shah, I come to you. How do you feel about this day and how is the Indian Air Force now strong enough to give attack to China?
The Air Force is stronger and the enemy has a lot to fear from us. In fact, you know, on 26th February 2019, when Wing Commander Abhinandan, he had gone into Pakistan, he had given a chase to an F-16 fighter aircraft of the Pakistan Air Force, manufactured by the US, on a MiG-21 Bison, which only goes on to prove that it is not only the machine, which we have very good equipment, yes, it is also the man behind the machine. So our soldiers are very well trained. And we all saw those viral videos where Wing Commander Abhinandan, all he said was, I am not supposed to tell you that. By putting his own life at stake and experiencing great danger in the face of the enemy. So, I mean, Air Force has always, in fact, in 1971, when we were the 23rd Punjab Battalion with 120 brave hearts in Longewala, when Brigadier Kuldeep Singh Chandpuri, then Major Kuldeep Singh Chandpuri, was awarded the Mahavir Chakra. It was the Air Force Hunter aircraft which could not take off at night in the darkness. But by the first ray of light in the morning, the first ray of hope, they took off and they bombarded, they gave a tough fight to the Pakistani tanks which were there waiting to actually enter into India. So Air Force has always proved that they are always in direct support of the Army, of the Navy. In fact, post December 1971, we had bombarded, the Indian Navy had bombarded the port of Karachi. On December 1971, the Battle of Longewala started. So, Air Force has always been there for us, and now, rightly so. The Air Force are going to be getting the Chief of the Air Force. The new Chief has just taken over, the Air Chief Marshal. They will be receiving commendation, and my heartiest congratulations to the Indian Air Force for touching the sky with glory.
Right, before joining us on the broadcast, Major General A.K. Sivach and of course Major Mohammed Ali Shah.